Whistleblower in the VVIP chopper deal, C. Edmonds Allen, has spoken exclusively to headlines today. Allen was the one who exposed defense middleman Abhishek Verma in the Augusta Westland deal. Allen reveals Abhishek Verma had friends who helped him secure this deal.
With the arrest of the CEO of the Italian defense company Finmeccanica, the focus has now shifted on its deal with the Indian government regarding helicopters meant for the defense as well as the Delhi police. Joining me now is Mr. Edmonds Allen, whose company in fact helped broker this deal. Mr. Allen, thank you very much for speaking to Headlines today. If you could just tell me, what do you know about the Augusta Westland deal?
The only deal that we were involved in was the deal for the Delhi police helicopters, which was in 2009. We had nothing to do with the defense transaction, which took place in 2008. We were to supply a series of police helicopters from Augusta Westland, and for that we were to receive a commission of 8% for the sale and 15% for the repairs and maintenance. And the deal was signed in August of 2009 and expired, and no transaction ever took place, but we did have a contract for a consultancy and to help them get the business.
What was the role of your partner Abhishek Verma in procuring any deals for Augusta with the Indian government or with the Delhi police?
He was the one who guided it. There have been meetings in Italy with some friends of his who arranged it, and then the discussions went on from the end of July till the middle of August, during which time he negotiated the terms and the commission, and then after that the agreement was drafted between Augusta Westland and Ganton, a U.S. company, under the terms that had been worked out, and was signed the middle of August 2009.
Were you aware of any kickback or commission that was being paid back into Indian government officials for this deal?
No, I was not aware. I had no contact with any of the Indian government or any of the officials. The only person I dealt with was Abhishek Verma and some other people in his employ, and but the transaction never took place. So. No money was paid to Ganton U.S. Whether any money was ever paid in India, I have no knowledge of.
Did Abhishek Verma say anything about the deal, or the discussion that you had with Abhishek Verma? Did the matter of commission or kickbacks ever come into the discussion?
No, never came into discussion. Just that Ganton was to receive an 8% sales commission or consulting agreement for helping to arrange a sales transaction with the Delhi police.
But you are aware of some kickbacks or commission that was paid back to Indian officials regarding some other deals that Abhishek Verma brokered?
I'm not sure how much. Once any money that came here and was sent to India, I don't know what happened with it. I never saw the books, and I never had any dealings with anybody in India after that. It was all under Mr. Verma's directions and authorizations and instructions.
But how much money was that?
Over the 3 years, a total of about $3 million came into the U.S. company, and then that was dispersed to India. And there were some other transactions in India which I was not involved in the negotiation, but I know that $1.1 million was diverted from a joint venture and they changed the bank signatories, and Mr. Verma utilized that money for his own purposes, and what he did with it I have no idea, except I know he rented a house.
Did Abhishek Verma have any friends that he was collaborating with in India to get deals through the government?
He was a man who was involved in the Navy War Room leak named Sam Survey, who's now called Sam Lau, And later there was a air wing commander named Coco Rao who has been arrested recently, and there were some other people from the Navy War Room League. Can't remember all of their names, but I've met a couple of them, but I don't know. I don't remember which ones were there.
Right. Have you given all this information to the CBI?
I gave the CBI and the ED had two representatives each visited here in October. I gave them a complete copy of all emails, documents, agreements. At that time, I have supplied the same now to the FBI here in New York, and I have written to ED, CBI, the CVC, the Prime Minister's office, the Defense Department, sending them different breakdowns of each transaction and each from fake watches to forged documents. Mr. Macon, who was the Minister of Home Affairs, there was a fake letter from him, and then a member of the CBI named Ramneesh, a document was forged on his letterhead stating that Mr. Verma had a clean chit, and then the Rheinmetall money was diverted by him, which was to pay bribes in India to get Rheinmetall off the blacklist. And but I don't know who all the people are that he deals with. There are lots of names dropped in emails, most of whom I'm sure don't know him.
Okay. You earlier said that the Delhi police contract had expired. Why did it not get renewed later?
I don't know. A year or so after that, Mr. Verma said it was going to be renewed and that it had been signed. And I said, well, how come it was signed? And I didn't know about it. And it turned out it hadn't been renewed. And I wrote to Augusta and said, are you interested in renewing it? And they said, we've had some conversations, but nothing has happened. And why it didn't get renewed, they didn't disclose.
Okay. Did you say no to any of this? Were you of the opinion that any of these contracts should not be signed?
No. I mean, this one was, I know Augusta Westland. It's friends of mine have done business with them for years, and they make a very good product. And if somehow we could broker a deal, that would be fine. But it didn't happen.